Hi guys, my name's Chris, and in this video we're going to go through the 3 best bicep exercises to really put muscle on your biceps. We're going to start off with the seated dumbbell curl. So Calvin, if you just grab those dumbbells for me. You want to make sure your bench is inclined. You can either go fully vertical or lean it back slightly further. It'll just give more of a stretch on the bicep at the bottom. This movement allows us to get that fully stretched position of the bicep. Obviously, if you're on a barbell curl, you'll be here. We can fully extend back by leaning the bench back slightly. So from there, we're just gonna focus on hands this way around and curling up, contracting your biceps at the top. And I want you to pause just there. So it's just before the vertical line. If you imagine a line going straight down, we've got the vertical line coming up. If you pass that, your biceps won't be working to their fullest capacity. So coming back up, come up, stop just there, just before the vertical line, squeeze the bicep hard, controlling it down. Pause at the bottom. The bench also allows us to not be able to swing quite so much. You see a lot of people swinging on their bicep curls, and by keeping fixed in this position, we really keep the focus in the bicep, which is where we're trying to work. So give me one more rep coming back up, and really controlled on the way back down. And keeping it like that, you're gonna really work your biceps hard. The standing barbell curl. So Calvin, if you grab hold of this bar for me, I want you to grab with a shoulder width grip and a comfortable grip. If you grab too close or too wide, we can often see a little bit of a pinch in the elbow and be quite uncomfortable. So getting a comfortable grip there. And this is one exercise we want to make sure we don't swing on. We've obviously seen everyone in the gym swinging up and down, using momentum to do the work, just trying to create a stimulus for the bicep. The most important thing is to let this do the work. So from there, just focus on curling up, stopping it just before the vertical line. So a little bit further up with the elbows. So we're there. If you imagine that vertical line coming down, if you stop just before that, you're keeping all the work on the bicep. If you go past that, it's pulling this way by gravity, and you're just resting at the top. So by stopping just before that, we keep the bicep doing the work, stretch all the way down. So full extension at the bottom, don't stop short, don't bring it in here, and definitely don't swing. So obviously if you do a few reps swinging, and this is what we often see in the gym, swinging around, using momentum, doing all the work, just trying to get a little bit of work to the bicep. But if we get the weight that's right and we stop that, lock your body in, and then go back to a nice controlled rep, you'll feel everything in the bicep, which is obviously where we're trying to keep that work. Okay guys, so now we move on to the preacher curl. So this bent can be used with multiple apparatus like a dumbbell, a barbell, or even a curved bar, whatever you find comfortable. Today we're going to use a dumbbell. First thing we need to do before we even get onto the bench is set the seat up right. So you see most people go wrong because they set the seat too high. So he's nowhere near the bench, look his elbows here, and then as he curls up, he won't be able to get a full curl. And what you'll often have is as people go down, the shoulder will come forward, and then they'll move the shoulder through as they come back. So they'll swing and everything will come from this part of the body. Where we want to, if you just jump back off, drop the seat probably halfway. So we set the seat there, jump back on, and now we see it's right into his armpit, arms flat on there, and the elbows much further down, and we get that full extension. And now when you curl up, this stays in position, this moves. So we're only moving through the elbow and really focusing on the bicep doing all the work. And then we set that position in and just curling up, squeeze at the top. Again, imagine that center line. So if you come too high, the gravity won't be pulling the dumbbell down and it won't be acting on the bicep. So come up to the top, squeeze, 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 stop just there. Like I say, if you come past, the dumbbell's gonna be pulled this way, so you're just resting. So you need to keep it at that point, imagine that center line going down, and just keep going nice and controlled there. Back up to top, squeezing hard, down nice and slow. Watch it at the bottom. If you go too far, you could get a bit of a twinge in your elbow, so just be careful that you don't overextend at the bottom. And then when you come to the end of the set, you simply swap hands to the other arm with that dumbbell and go back and forth, taking as much rest as you need. Okay guys, that brings us to the end of our 3 best bicep exercises. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and for more training tips like this, don't forget to check out the rest of the videos on the Myprotein YouTube channel.